Jordan Peterson emotional over Olivia Wilde's attack on marginalized group. As the world promotes promiscuity, sex before marriage, abortion, and drunkenness, the effects are continuing to be seen across culture. Not only are celebrities and those who influence the young generations today promoting a lifestyle void of any true purpose, they bash on those who work hard to help young people today find their true identity. Director and actress Olivia Wilde spoke out about her new movie, Don't Worry, Darling, which she bases an insane character off Jordan Peterson, who she says is a pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Wilde says the incels are basically disenfranchised, mostly white men who believed they are entitled to sex from women. In reality, Jordan Peterson, who is a deeply religious person that talks in depth about the importance of the Bible, is being used by God in a powerful way. Peterson is a clinical psychologist and intellectual who teaches on the psychological significance of biblical stories, and he teaches young men how to find confidence, identity, and true purpose in their lives. In an interview with Piers Morgan's, Peterson teared up as he talked about why he is vilified for trying to give a voice to the marginalized. Morgan asked Peterson if he is the hero to this community of young men. Peterson says, "Sure, why not? People have been after me for a long time. I've been speaking to disaffected young men. Now what a terrible thing that is to do. I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice." Take a look at their interview.
Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure, why not? People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. What a terrible thing to do that is. I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
Peterson was emotional throughout the interview over the casual insults about men who are struggling and looking for greater purpose and psychological understanding of the world around them. All these men who are alienated, it's like they are lonesome and they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them, Peterson says. In biblical terms, Peterson is shepherding a flock of sheep who are looking around for hope in a world with such chaos and selfish gain. In Peter's first epistle, he admonishes believers as living stones in a chosen generation to proclaim the praises of God to the world. For those who have tasted and seen the mercy and grace of God, they are to extend that mercy and grace to the world around them. I want to take a brief moment with you today to look at 1 Peter chapter 2 to see what Jesus says. He says, "Therefore, laying aside all malice, all deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and all evil speaking, as newborn babes, desire the pure milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. If indeed you have tasted that the Lord is gracious, coming to him as a living stone, rejected indeed by men, but chosen by God and precious. You also, as living stones, are being built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ." Going down to verse 11, it says, "Beloved, I beg you as sojourners and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul, having your conduct honorable among Gentiles, that when they speak against you as evildoers, they may, by your good works, which they observe, glorify God in the day of visitation." It's no surprise that in a world that we live in today with such division and hatred, that those who are unbelievers and living in the ways of the world would look at people who have moral standards that are trying to help marginalized groups of people as people who are doing something wrong. But indeed, we are supposed to be people who love radically, who extend grace and mercy, that when people speak out against what we're doing and what we're doing to help people, that we would just show them the love of Jesus. In the interview with Morgan, Peterson says it's really something to see constantly how many people are dying for lack of an encouraging word. As Christ followers, we are called to encourage and build up one another in our faith. So let's respond to these attacks with the love of Jesus and pray for people like Olivia Wilde that they would be awakened to Jesus, his hope, his redemption, his love, not only for her, but for the world around her, and that God would use Hollywood as a platform to reach the multitudes. I'm Shelby Lindsay. This is Charisma News, and make sure you comment down below on what you think about videos just like this, and visit our website, charismanews.com, for more. God bless.